Have you ever thought that your delicious bowl of oatmeal, praised as a superfood for heart health, could be silently harming you right in your own kitchen? That's right. This breakfast favorite, loved by millions of seniors for its fiber and doctor-recommended benefits, can become a health hazard if you're making common mistakes. These seemingly harmless habits, from how you prepare it to how you flavor it, can turn your nutritious breakfast into a ticking time bomb, increasing the risk of chronic inflammation, cellular damage, and even cancer. If you're over 60, your body is more sensitive to these mistakes, making them a bigger threat than ever. Today, we're diving into 4 dangerous mistakes most people make with oatmeal, along with simple fixes to correct them. Doctors warn that these errors don't just rob your favorite dish of its nutritional value, they can quietly undermine your long-term health. But don't worry, with a few small changes, you can transform your bowl of oatmeal into a true ally, helping you live healthier and more vibrant in your golden years. Stay with us until the end to uncover these secrets. Your health deserves it. Before we dive in, if you find this content helpful, please hit the like button, share this video with your loved ones, and subscribe to our channel to never miss a health tip. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to join thousands of others in learning how to thrive in your later years. Now let's jump into the first mistake, a habit you might be doing every day without even realizing it. Mistake number 1, reheating leftover oatmeal. Have you ever cooked a big batch of oatmeal at the start of the week, stored it in the fridge, and reheated portions each morning to save time? If so, you're not alone. Reheating leftover oatmeal is a common habit, especially for busy folks or those looking to save effort. After all, oatmeal is a simple dish, typically made with wholesome ingredients like oats, water, and maybe a splash of milk or a touch of sweetness. It's easy to assume reheating it is no big deal, but doctors warn that this habit can be a dangerous mistake, silently harming your body, especially as you age. When oatmeal sits at room temperature for too long or lingers in the fridge for days, especially with perishable ingredients like milk, cream, or sugar, it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria and microorganisms. These conditions also accelerate oxidation, a chemical reaction that degrades the food's quality. When you reheat this compromised oatmeal, particularly in a high-powered microwave, the problem worsens. High heat can alter the molecular structure of the oatmeal, forming harmful compounds called AGEs, advanced glycation end products. A GES are toxic molecules created when proteins or fats combine with sugars under high heat. They're notorious for triggering chronic inflammation, speeding up aging, and contributing to serious conditions like heart disease, diabetes, cognitive decline, and even cancer. For seniors whose bodies are already less efficient at managing inflammation and oxidative stress, regularly consuming AGEs from reheated oatmeal can be like adding fuel to a fire. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition found that AGEs can increase the risk of cellular damage, particularly in people over 60, due to a weakened immune system and reduced cell repair capabilities. The scary part? These effects build up over time, so you might not connect your morning routine to health issues down the road. Consider the story of Margaret, a 68-year-old retiree who cherished her simple lifestyle. Every Sunday, Margaret cooked a large pot of oatmeal, stored it in the fridge, and reheated portions in the microwave for her daily breakfast. She thought she was saving time while keeping her diet healthy. But over time, Margaret started feeling bloated, experienced stomach discomfort, and struggled with persistent fatigue, despite multiple doctor visits yielding no clear answers. One day, during a consultation with a nutritionist, she was asked about her breakfast habits. When she mentioned reheating oatmeal, the nutritionist explained that this could be causing her symptoms due to bacteria and AGEs in the leftovers. Margaret made a change. She started cooking fresh, single-serving batches of oatmeal each morning. Within weeks, her energy stabilized, her bloating disappeared, and she felt more vibrant than ever. So how can you avoid this mistake while still enjoying oatmeal? First, cook only what you need for each meal to avoid leftovers. If you must store oatmeal, transfer it to an airtight container and refrigerate it immediately after it cools to slow bacterial growth and oxidation. When warming it up, opt for gentle heating on the stovetop over low heat, stirring to prevent overheating. Better yet, Try the overnight oats method, cold-soaked oatmeal. Simply soak oats in milk or yogurt in the fridge overnight. This not only eliminates the need for reheating, but also preserves nutrients and improves digestibility. Plus, overnight oats are easy to prepare and customizable with healthy toppings like fresh fruit or nuts. With these small changes, you can shield your body from hidden toxins and make your oatmeal a truly nourishing breakfast. Mistake number 2, adding too much sugar. Who doesn't love a touch of sweetness in their morning oatmeal? A spoonful of honey, a sprinkle of brown sugar, or a drizzle of fragrant maple syrup. These seem harmless and make your oatmeal more tempting. But if you're piling on too much sugar, you could be turning your nutrient-rich meal into a dessert in disguise, stripping away the health benefits oatmeal offers. For seniors, this mistake doesn't just lead to weight gain, it can trigger far more serious consequences like chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of chronic diseases. Oatmeal naturally contains complex carbohydrates that break down slowly into glucose, providing steady energy. But when you add excessive refined sugars like brown sugar, honey, or syrup, you create a blood sugar storm in your body. This sudden spike forces your pancreas to release a surge of insulin to regulate blood sugar, putting stress on your system. Over time, repeated blood sugar spikes can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where cells stop responding well to insulin, paving the way for type 2 diabetes. Beyond that, excess sugar triggers oxidative stress, producing free radicals that damage cells at the molecular level. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition links high sugar intake to chronic inflammation, heart disease, and an increased risk of cancers in organs like the pancreas and colon. For seniors who are already more vulnerable to these issues, overloading oatmeal with sugar is a dangerous habit that needs to go. Picture the story of Harold, a 71-year-old grandfather who started each day with a hearty bowl of oatmeal, topped with 3 tablespoons of brown sugar and a splash of sweetened creamer for extra flavor. Harold believed he was making a heart-healthy choice, as oatmeal is renowned for its benefits. But every morning, he felt sluggish just hours after eating, and during routine checkups, his doctor flagged alarmingly high blood sugar levels. Worried about the risk of diabetes, Harold consulted a nutritionist. After reviewing his diet, the nutritionist advised cutting back on sugar and switching to natural alternatives. Harold began adding sliced bananas, a handful of fresh blueberries, and a pinch of cinnamon to sweeten his oatmeal. Within weeks, he no longer felt tired mid-morning, his energy was more consistent, and follow-up blood tests showed significant improvements in his glucose levels. Harold was amazed that such a small change could make such a big difference. To enjoy oatmeal without the risks, focus on natural, low-glycemic sweeteners. Instead of refined sugars, try fresh fruits like berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, sliced bananas, or chopped apples. These not only add natural sweetness, but also provide fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that support heart health and digestion. Spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, or vanilla extract can enhance flavor without adding calories or spiking blood sugar. If you crave a touch of liquid sweetness, limit it to a teaspoon of pure honey or maple syrup and pair it with protein-rich toppings like walnuts, almonds, or Greek yogurt. These ingredients slow sugar absorption, keeping blood glucose stable. Steer clear of pre-sweetened instant oatmeal packets, which are often loaded with refined sugars, artificial flavors, and preservatives that diminish the nutritional value of oats. With these changes, you can savor a delicious bowl of oatmeal without harming your health, making breakfast a true step toward thriving in your golden years. Mistake number 3, cooking at too high a temperature. Cooking a bowl of oatmeal seems like the simplest task in the kitchen, doesn't it? Just boil some water or milk, add oats, and in a few minutes, you've got a delicious, nutritious breakfast. But if you're regularly cooking oatmeal at excessively high temperatures, like a roaring flame on the stove or full power in the microwave, you might be unknowingly destroying its nutritional value and creating harmful compounds. This is the third mistake doctors warn can turn your heart-healthy dish into a health hazard, especially for those in their golden years. When oats are exposed to excessive heat, particularly with insufficient liquid like water or milk, they undergo a chemical reaction known as the Maillard reaction. This process, where natural sugars and amino acids in oats interact under high heat, creates the distinct flavor and color we associate with cooked foods. However, if the temperature gets too high, the Maillard reaction can go overboard, leading to the formation of advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These compounds not only reduce the levels of fiber, beta-glucans, and essential nutrients like magnesium and iron in oats, but also trigger chronic inflammation in the body. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, AGEs are linked to serious conditions like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even the development of cancer cells. Furthermore, AGEs accelerate the breakdown of collagen and elastin, key components for skin elasticity and joint flexibility. For seniors, these effects can lead to premature aging, joint stiffness, and a reduced quality of life. The worrying part is that this mistake often stems from a desire to save time. Many people opt for quick cooking methods, like blasting oatmeal in the microwave at high power or boiling it vigorously on the stove, to whip up breakfast in minutes. But the cost may be higher than you realize. Imagine thinking you're doing something good for your health, only to inadvertently diminish the benefits of oats and introduce harmful compounds invisible to the naked eye. To illustrate, let's meet Edward, a 69-year-old retiree who took pride in his efficient breakfast routine. Every morning, Edward tossed oats into the microwave, cranked it to the highest setting, and cooked them in under 2 minutes. He believed he was maximizing the benefits of oats, a food celebrated for lowering cholesterol and supporting heart health. But during a routine checkup, his doctor noticed unusually high inflammation markers in his blood, along with joint stiffness that made walking difficult. After discussing his eating habits, the doctor suspected Edward's microwave cooking method might be the culprit. Following advice, Edward switched to cooking oatmeal on the stovetop over low heat, using the right water-to-oats ratio and stirring to ensure even cooking. Within 3 weeks, he noticed his joints felt more flexible, his energy was steadier, and blood tests showed a significant reduction in inflammation markers. Edward was amazed that such a small change in cooking could make such a big difference. So how can you avoid this mistake? The key is controlling temperature and maintaining moisture while cooking oats. If you're using the stovetop, stick to low to medium heat and maintain an appropriate liquid to oats ratio, typically 2 cups of water or milk to 1 cup of rolled oats, or about 2.5 cups for steel-cut oats, which require longer cooking. Stir frequently to prevent sticking and ensure even heat distribution. If you prefer the convenience of a microwave, lower the power to 50 to 70% and extend the cooking time slightly, stirring every 30 to 60 seconds to avoid overheating. To boost flavor without high heat, try adding a pinch of salt or a drop of vanilla extract during cooking. These tweaks not only preserve nutrients, but also yield a smoother, tastier bowl of oatmeal. By cooking the right way, you can retain the incredible benefits of oats, from lowering cholesterol to supporting heart health, while protecting your body from harmful compounds. Mistake number 4, using artificial sweeteners. In an effort to eat healthier, many people turn to artificial sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, or sucralose to sweeten their oatmeal, believing they're a smart choice for controlling weight or blood sugar. Especially for seniors managing diabetes or aiming to cut calories, these zero-calorie sweeteners seem like the perfect solution. But did you know this habit could be a dangerous trap, silently harming your health? This 4th mistake not only diminishes the nutritional value of oatmeal, but can also lead to long-term consequences you might not expect. Unlike honey, maple syrup, or fresh fruit, artificial sweeteners offer no nutritional value. Worse, they can disrupt natural processes in your body, especially when combined with hot oatmeal or the acidic environment of your stomach. Recent studies published in Nature and Gut Microbes show that artificial sweeteners can disrupt the gut microbiome, the trillions of beneficial bacteria that play a critical role in digestion, immunity, and even mental health. When you add sweeteners like sucralose to hot oatmeal, they can break down into chemical byproducts, reducing the population of good bacteria and encouraging the growth of less beneficial ones. This imbalance, known as dysbiosis, is linked to chronic inflammation, a factor in serious conditions like obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain cancers, such as colon cancer. For seniors whose gut microbiomes are already more vulnerable due to age, the impact of artificial sweeteners can be especially severe. What's even more concerning is that these effects often don't show up immediately, making it hard to connect artificial sweeteners to health issues. Consider the story of Evelyn, a 73-year-old woman who was meticulous about her diet to maintain good health and a trim figure. For years, Evelyn added a packet of artificial sweetener to her morning oatmeal, believing it was a safe way to enjoy sweetness without worrying about weight gain or blood sugar spikes. But over time, she began experiencing persistent bloating, unstable digestion, and unexplained fatigue. During a checkup, her doctor detected unusually high inflammation markers, despite no clear medical conditions. Concerned, Evelyn consulted a nutritionist who reviewed her eating habits. When the nutritionist learned about her use of artificial sweeteners, they explained that these could be disrupting her gut microbiome, contributing to her symptoms. Evelyn made a switch. She started sweetening her oatmeal with a handful of fresh raspberries, a few apple slices, and a pinch of cinnamon. Within weeks, her bloating significantly decreased, her energy stabilized, and blood tests showed improved inflammation markers. Evelyn not only felt better, but also fell in love with the natural, fresh taste of her morning oatmeal. To avoid this mistake, choose natural, nutrient-rich sweeteners over artificial ones. Fresh or frozen fruits like berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, sliced bananas, or chopped apples not only add sweetness but also provide fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that support heart health and digestion. If you want a touch of liquid sweetness, limit it to a teaspoon of pure honey or maple syrup, which contain minerals and antioxidants. Spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, or cardamom can elevate flavor without adding calories while offering anti-inflammatory benefits. For an extra nutritional boost, add a tablespoon of chia or ground flax seeds, which provide omega-3s and fiber. These choices not only make your oatmeal tastier, but also protect your gut microbiome, reduce inflammation, and support long-term health. Say goodbye to artificial sweeteners and embrace natural ingredients to make your breakfast a true step toward thriving in your golden years. We've just explored 4 dangerous mistakes most people make with oatmeal: reheating leftovers, adding too much sugar, cooking at too high a temperature, and using artificial sweeteners. These seemingly minor habits can quietly undermine the nutritional value of oats, trigger chronic inflammation, and increase the risk of serious conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up your favorite breakfast. Doctors agree that with a few simple changes, like cooking fresh oatmeal, using natural fruits, controlling cooking temperatures, and avoiding artificial sweeteners, you can transform your bowl of oatmeal into a true superfood, helping you live healthier, more vibrant, and fully enjoy your golden years. Remember, your health begins with the small choices you make every day. A bowl of oatmeal prepared the right way isn't just breakfast. It's a key to reducing inflammation, stabilizing blood sugar, and protecting your body from hidden risks. Don't let these mistakes rob you of your chance to thrive. Start today. Try one of the tips we've shared and feel the difference in your body. Your golden years aren't a time to slow down. They're a time to shine with health and vitality. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with friends and family, and subscribe to our channel for more daily health tips. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay in the loop. We'd love to hear from you. In the comments, share which mistake surprised you the most or which tip you'll try today. Your story will inspire our community. And if you have suggestions to make our videos even better, please leave a separate comment. We value your feedback to bring you the best content possible. Every bowl of oatmeal you prepare is an opportunity to love and care for your body. So your golden years aren't just time passing by, but a journey of living healthy and meaningfully. Here's to vibrant energy and joy in every new day.